Hello everybody, this is Refresh, and I am here to bring you a battle between these two Ravnica Allegiance sealed decks and the Defeat a God challenge deck from Journey into Nyx. Over on the left we have the Rakdos deck, over on the right we have the Orzhov deck. You can see links to the deck's construction in the description box below. We'll be playing with 3 hero cards. We're going to start with the Harvester, which says tap, draw a card, then discard a card. The Explorer, which says you may play an additional land on each of your turns. And the Vanquisher, which says your starting hand size is increased by 1, your maximum hand size is increased by 1. Because I only have 1 copy of each of these cards, we're going to apply all 3 cards to both of the decks simultaneously. We're going to start on normal difficulty mode with 3 Rollicking Throngs, and then we'll be back after this one to try hard mode. We'll start with 8 cards apiece because of the Vanquisher. Rakdos gets a Grasping Thrall, Rakdos Firewheeler, Mountain, Get the Point, Mountain, Rakdos Guildgate, Debtor's Transport, and Plains. This is a really slow hand. However, because we could theoretically cast this Rakdos Firewheeler soon, we're going to keep this and maybe just start pitching things to get there. Orzhov draws a Orzhov Guildgate, Orzhov Enforcer, Plains, Angelic Exaltation, Plains, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, and Justiciar's Portal. This is not a great hand either. However, we have some options. Hopefully we can just loot into the things that we need. The Enforcer is the main reason to keep this. So we'll go ahead and start like this. Turn 1 we'll draw because this is multiplayer. Rakdos will draw an Ethereal Absolution, and Orzhov will draw a Taser Karlov. We will play the Orzhov Guildgate and the Plains. The Orzhov Guildgate enters the battlefield tapped. We will play the Rakdos Guildgate and a Mountain over here. And that is it for turn 1. We'll go ahead and go to Xenagos' turn. He'll cast the top 2 cards, the first one being an Ecstatic Piper. When Ecstatic Piper enters the battlefield, Xenagos' Ascendant attacks his turn if able. Then we'll also cast Xenagos' Strike. It deals 4 damage to each player. So we'll take 8 damage right now to go down to 12. And then Xenagos will attack and take us down to 6. Then we'll use the Harvester. Rakdos will draw a Mountain and we'll discard the Get the Point. Orzhov will draw a Debtor's Transport, and we will discard Justiciar's Portal, and then we will untap. We'll draw. Rakdos draws a Theater of Horrors. Orzhov draws a 10th District Veteran. We'll play both of the Plains over here, and we will play both of the Mountains over here. And then we can't actually cast anything but the Theater of Horrors over here, so we'll do so. And over here, I think we'll cast the 10th District Veteran. And then we'll pass to Xenagos. He'll untap himself and cast the top 2 cards. The first one being an Ecstatic Piper, so Xenagos is going to come attacking again. And then a Impulsive Charge at the beginning of combat this turn. All Revelers gain haste until end of turn and attack this combat if able. So everybody's attacking. As a total of 13 damage. No matter who we block, we die. So we'll block Xenagos and lose the 10th District Veteran. We'll take 7 damage from the remaining Revelers and die. And that is it. Xenagos runs us over. We'll be back with hard mode, although I'm not sure if we're going to even survive hard mode based on this. Alright, we're back for hard mode. I don't have a lot of hope for these 2 decks, but let's see if we can get there. 8 cards apiece. Rakdos starts with Theater of Horrors, Orzhov Guildgate, Blade Juggler, Rebel Belt Recluse, Mountain, Scorchmark, Final Payment, and Blade Juggler. This is not a very good hand, but we will keep it because we can hopefully loot into something we can cast. Orzhov draws a Rakdos Guildgate Swamp, Orzhov Guildgate, Debtor's Transport, Impassioned Orator, Basilica Bellhaunt, Rakdos Trumpeter, and Plains. This is not the worst hand, so we'll keep that. Turn 1, we will draw a card. We have a Mountain over here and a Grasping Thrall over here. We will play the Swamp and the Plains here, tap them both, and play the Impassioned Orator. And over here we will play a Orzhov Guildgate tapped and a Mountain. And then we'll pass the turn to Xenagos, who will cast the top 2 cards. The first one being a Ecstatic Piper, so Xenagos is going to come attacking. And the second one being a Xenagos Scorned. Xenagos will come attacking and is trampling now, so there's no point in blocking. We'll take 6 damage and go to 14. And then at the end of the turn, we'll use the Harvester. Rakdos will draw a Plains, and we will discard Final Payment. And Orzhov will draw a Taser Karlov, and we will discard a Rakdos Trumpeter. And then we'll untap. We'll draw. Rakdos draws a Rakdos Guildgate, and Orzhov will draw a Civic Stalwart. We'll play the... oh, this should have been a Swamp, sorry. And then we'll play the 2 Guildgates tapped over here. We can't cast anything else for Orzhov. Rakdos will play the Guildgate tapped over here and another mountain. We'll tap these three to play the Theater of Horrors because it's the only thing we can cast anyways. And then, well, we can't profitably attack either, so I think that actually just ends our turn. We're going to go to Xenagos' turn, who's going to untap and cast the top 2 cards. The first one being another Exec Piper, so Xenagos is going to come attacking, and a Wild Mayonnaise, which is a 3/1 first striker. Xenagos comes attacking, and we will not block, and we will go down to 8. And we really have to do something this next turn, otherwise we're dead. Alright, Harvester. Rakdos will draw a Goblin Gathering, and we will discard a Goblin Gathering. Orzhov will draw a Justiciar's Portal, and we will discard the Justiciar's Portal. And then we'll untap. We'll draw. We got a Footlight Fiend over here, and a Mountain over here. We'll play the Mountain over here, and we'll play the Plains over here. And then, oh, the Footlight Fiend should actually be under here, exiled from that. Then we'll draw a Orzhov Guildgate over here. We'll play the Orzhov Guildgate tapped as well. We have 5 open mana, so we'll tap them all, and we will play a Rebelbelt Recluse. And then over here, we'll tap 5 open mana as well, and play a Grasping Thrall. And when it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. We'll deal 2 damage to Xenagos, and redirect that to the Wild Mayonnaise. And when it leaves the battlefield, each player gains 3 life, so we'll gain 6 life to go up to 14, plus another 2 life from the Grasping Thrall to go up to 16, plus another 1 life from the Passionate Warrior to go back up to 17. And that's all that we can do, so we will pass a turn to Xenagos, who will untap and then cast the top 2 cards. The first one being another Exec Piper, so he's going to come attacking. The second one being a Dance of Panic. As long as 5 or more Revelers on the battlefield, all Revelers have haste and attack each turn if able. So we're now being attacked by everybody. Alright, well, we're going to block one of these Rollicking Throngs with that, and one of the Ecstatic Pipers with that, and the other Ecstatic Piper with that. We will kill 2 Ecstatic Pipers, but we'll take 12 damage to go to 5, and then 2 Ecstatic Pipers are down, which will get us 4 life per Ecstatic Piper, getting us back up to 13. That stops that. At the end of the turn, we'll use the Harvester, and Rakdos will draw a Mountain, and probably discard that Mountain. Orzhov will draw Angelic Exaltation, and we will discard probably the Exaltation. And then we'll untap. We'll draw. Rakdos draws a Debtor's Transport, and Orzhov will draw a Plains. We'll play the Plains over here, and then we'll attack with the Grasping Thrall and the Rebelbelt Recluse to kill one of the Throngs and the Ecstatic Piper. We'll gain another 4 life, go up to 17. And then we will play a Debtor's Transport over here, and we should have exiled 1 card. It'll be Get the Point, and we'll tap everything here to play the other Debtor's Transport. And when we play this Debtor's Transport, we'll gain another life to go up to 18. And then we'll pass to Xenagos, who will untap, and then cast the top 2 cards. The first one being a Rollicking Throng. When Rollicking Throng enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of Xenagos' library, and Xenagos casts that card, so we're still going to cast 2 more cards. This is Xenagos' Strike. We take 4 damage per player for 8 total damage to go down to 10. And finally, another Ecstatic Piper, so Xenagos is going to go attacking. That means everybody is going to go attacking. And we will put the Orator in front of the Throng, another Debtor's Transport in front of the Ecstatic Piper, a Debtor's Transport in front of another Throng. We'll take 7 damage from that to go down to 3. We'll kill these 3 and gain another 4 life back to go up to 7. And then we will use the Harvester. Rakdos will draw a Swamp, and we will discard the Scorch Mark. Orzhov will draw a Plains, and we will discard Plains. Then we'll untap. And then we'll trigger the Theater of Horrors' ability, and we'll put a Mountain under here. And then we'll draw. Rakdos draws a Mountain. Orzhov draws an Ill-Gotten Inheritance, and I think we can win this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to attack with the Rebelbelt Recluse, because it must, and the Grasping Thrall to kill the last 2 Rollicking Throngs, which counts as damage done to my opponent, and then I'm going to cast for 5 mana the Get the Point, targeting Xenagos to destroy him, and we will get the win. Oh, we get to scry. Not that it matters, but we'll put the Skewer the Critics on the bottom. Alright, and somehow the Ravnica Allegiance sealed decks have defeated Xenagos on hard mode despite losing very quickly on easy mode. Let me know what you thought about the games in the comments below. If you saw any major play or rules errors, also let me know. I know that I messed up on the Theater of Horrors because I keep forgetting my upkeep triggers. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more such videos, hit subscribe. This was Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.